Mercury reporter Jordan Blackwell looks at 5 of the key talking points following Leicester City's defeat to Arsenal on the Premier League's opening night. Can City continue to exploit woefully defended set-plays? If this is to be the season of poorly defended set-pieces, Leicester City are well set to prosper, even if they were eventually undone by their own mismanaged corners at the Emirates. City and Arsenal set the tone for the weekend on Friday night, both conceding twice from corners. 8 minutes into Saturday, Liverpool continued the trend with a hapless attempt to defend a corner at Watford, with Crystal Palace and Bournemouth jumping on the bandwagon before the day was out. While Arsenal showed the deficiencies of zonal marking, defenders can be caught static against on-rushing attackers. City showed there are issues with man-marking too, leaving 3 Arsenal players open for Aaron Ramsey's goal, with Harry Maguire bullied by Olivier Giroud for the winner. But a momentary lack of concentration and a superb header from one of the most aerially powerful strikers in the league are less worrying than Arsenal's system defects. With Wes Morgan, Wilfred Ndidi and particularly Maguire providing an aerial threat, and Shinji Okazaki and Jamie Vardy showing they can leap high enough to compete too, City could emulate Martin O'Neill's Leicester and become the Premier League's set-piece specialists. The only question is over the delivery. Christian Fuchs and Mark Albrighton's crosses are consistently excellent, while Riyad Mahrez, occasionally guilty of hitting the first man with his corners, swung in a perfect ball for Vardy's header. Handball law remains up for debate. Last season, officials decided to crack down on shirt pulling at corners, a directive followed by Mike Dean for 3 weeks before the status quo returned. This summer, handball laws were on the agenda, but the offence remains as unclear as ever. Arsenal had a penalty shout waved away as Ndidi blocked Sead Kolasinac's hoof with his hand. The Nigerian's arm was outstretched, but he was deemed too close to dodge the ball. Mike Dean had big calls to make during Leicester City's 4-3 defeat to Arsenal. Images Leicester City FC Getty Images. The consensus was that Dean called the decision correctly, although, unless he's a maths genius who can instantly compute the speed of the ball and the distance of the player, it's a decision that will always require a little educated guesswork. Later on, in the build-up to the host's third, Mesut Ozil controlled the ball with his arm. It was in a natural position, but he had the ball's 50-yard flight to adjust. Nothing was called. Further clarification is needed. Iheanacho substitution backfires for Shakespeare. Kelechi Iheanacho's substitution sparked questions, with Craig Shakespeare choosing to revert to 442 from 451 as City looked to defend their slender lead. Within 3 minutes of the Nigerian's introduction, City were trailing. Shakespeare made the decision to cancel out Granit Xhaka's major influence, but Arsenal had the quality to bypass Iheanacho and Xhaka, and so all it did was leave City one man light in defence. When Daniel Amati joined James and Ndidi in midfield, there was extra cover in front of the back four, and although City sat deep, Arsenal's opportunities were limited to shots from outside the box. The hosts' unrelenting pressure may have seen City concede goals 3 and 4 anyway, but it seems the Iheanacho substitution was a gamble that backfired. Mixed display from Mahrez. No City player is subject to more body language analysis than Mahrez. It didn't start well for TV viewers, with Mahrez's languid style even apparent in the new Sky Sports lineup graphic. The Algerian slouched alongside the shoulders back, chests out stances adopted by the rest of the City squad. Riyad Mahrez had a mixed display for Leicester City against Arsenal. Images Leicester City FC Getty Images. It was a mixed performance for Mahrez. He was caught in possession frequently in the first half, but improved in the second, dribbling past his markers on occasion and even grabbing an assist. And at least his body language was there to be analysed, which is more than can be said for the Premier League's other transfer-seeking stars: Virgil van Dijk, Gylfi Sigurdsson, Alexis Sanchez and Philippe Coutinho, all conveniently unavailable. City must learn to deal with wing-backs. It's a new season, but wing-backs remain in fashion. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, Everton, Stoke and Crystal Palace adopting the formation on the opening weekend. If it remains en vogue, City need a way of dealing with the threats it poses. Hector Bellerin and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain were Arsenal's dangermen on Friday, with Danny Simpson and Fuchs dragged inside to mark Danny Welbeck and Ozil. It's a tricky system to nullify when playing 442, but, importantly, Shakespeare is aware of the problems it causes, as he detailed in his pre-match interview. Hopefully, with a bit more practice, City will have developed a system to effectively counter such a formation.